Good afternoon, and welcome to Journeys, our program about wanderings, travel, and foreign landscapes. Of course, we are thrilled to be here in the familiar landscape of Tolmie Memorial Presbyterian Church with these familiar faces in the audience, and hopefully we are also familiar to you, but in case we are not, my name is Liz Coates. This is Meghan Dejager, and at the piano we have Christina Edwards. And together we form the ensemble Aria 21 because we like to sing classical music and we all live on Highway 21. Yes. Good.
So you just heard Mendelssohn's Abschiedslied der Zugvogel, which is a farewell song of migrating birds. So we two birds fly off to far lands at the onset of the bleak winter months. So Felix Mendelssohn was a composer who bridged the gap between the classical and romantic eras. So he had a great appreciation for compositions of earlier musical eras, and used to regularly sit at the piano and play the music of earlier masterful composers in chronological order in order to build on their work. So not everyone appreciated this, and in a classic example of "you can't please everyone," French romantic composer Hector Berlioz commented that Mendelssohn perhaps studied the music of the dead too closely. However, Aria 21 tends to agree more with Robert Schumann, who said that Mendelssohn was the Mozart of the 19th century, who most clearly sees through the contradictions of the age and for the first time reconciles them. So next, Liz will be singing Poor Wandering One from Pirates of Penzance, and she's going to give you a 25-second synopsis of the operetta right up to this point in the aria.
Only because 3 people have asked me which one is Pirates and which one is HMS Pinafore. This is the one with the pirates. And go and scene. So this operetta focuses on Friedrich, and Friedrich became an indentured servant to a set of pirates because his nurse misheard pilot as pirate. I'm not kidding, it's in the show. And so Friedrich, his term has come up, his contract has come up, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna get back at those pirates," and he's gonna get back at the pirates, and he stumbles into this clearing, and there's a gaggle of sisters, the daughters of the modern Major General, that song, that guy's daughters. And Friedrich, the tenor, right, the love interest, comes out and sings the most beautiful aria. "Oh, is there not one maiden here? Isn't there anyone who will love me? Isn't there one of you, gaggle of women, who will love me?" And they go, "No, no, we really, no, actually." And so who should stumble in but Mabel, which is what I'm going to be singing. And she says, "Oh, you poor thing, you poor wandering one, I will love you and I will take care of you." To which her sisters in the background say, "Great, go on. Great, you take him. We don't want him." You're caught up.
So after Liz's tender heart trumps her better judgment in Poor Wandering One, we will travel to Spain, and I'm going to sing 2 pieces from Spanish composer Joaquin Rodrigo's song cycle, Cuatro Madrigales Amatorios. And the song cycle is made up of 4 songs, each based on anonymous texts from the 16th century, and they each explore a different angle of romantic love. So the first I will sing is Con que la labare, which expresses the anguish of lost love. And then the second is a light-hearted teasing song, and it asks the question, "Where have you been?" and answers, "I know full well where you have been."
sing as a duet. Really doesn't on paper fit the theme at all. Classic. But the story behind it definitely does fit our theme of travel, wanderings, misadventure in travel, and transport. So in 2013, Meghan and I went on an adventure to McGregor Point Provincial Park. Beautiful, had a lovely time. Took pictures, hiking, all the things young sopranos do in their spare time. And at the end of the day, so pleased with ourselves. We got back to the old faithful Dejager mobile, which at the time was a powder blue 1997 Ford Crown Victoria, which died. Just dead. Called CAA, ma'am, did you try turning it on? So, we call CAA, we get a tow to the garage, and we just had no one who was available to get us. We had none of our parents were available, none of our siblings were available, no one was available. So who did we call but our voice teacher, Jeanette Steves? And who should come get us but the faithful Graham Steves, who not only picked us up from the park and drove us home, but also made sure to have Cavaliera Rusticana, which is an opera, playing for us in the car at the time. And we were so grateful. And we said, Graham, is there anything we can do for you? Can we cook you something? What could we do to repay this, in our minds, enormous favor that had been done? And he said, only one thing. I want Meghan to sing the Rachmaninoff vocalese. And we went, great, we can do wonderful, great. We go, we buy the music. It's way too high for Meghan. We go, crap. So Meghan said, I know what I'll do. I'll give the music to Meghan, or to Liz. Oh, I'm already confusing us. Oh dear. She said, I'll give the music to Liz. And so I looked at it and I went, and I felt that, the original request was for Meghan to sing it, and both of us benefited from this ride. So here we have, 10 years later, the Rachmaninoff vocalese, transcribed for duet, and in a much lower key, as repayment for Graham's kindness.
Thank you, ladies.
We're sorry it's 10 years late.
So next, Liz will be singing for us a piece from an interesting opera. Liz, I think your phone is ringing.
Pardon me 1 second. Hello, hello, oh Margaret, it's you. I am so glad you called. I was just thinking of you. It's been a long time since you called me. I cannot come tonight. No, my dear, I'm not feeling very well. Where, when, I wish I could be there. I'm afraid I must not. Hello, hello, what did you say, my darling? What did you say? Hello, hello, please speak louder. I heard the funniest thing. You and Paul are going to get married next July. Don't you think that is the funniest thing you ever heard? I know, of course. How are you? And how is John? And how is Jean? You must tell them that I send them my love. And how is Ursula? And how is Natalie? And how is Rosalie? I hope she's got an overcoat. And how is your mother? How is your father? And how is dear little Granny? Goodbye, goodbye, my dear, goodbye. I am so glad you called. I was just thinking of you. It's been a long time since you called me. Yes, you already told me that. No, my darling, of course I won't forget. Yes, yes, goodbye, my dear, goodbye. Yes, my darling, goodbye. Yes. That's the funniest thing I ever heard. And how are you? And Nancy and Bob and Sarah and Sam, you must tell them that I send them my love. And how is the pussycat? How is the dog? Oh, I'm so glad. Goodbye. Yes, Margaret. All right, goodbye. All right, goodbye. Now, Margaret, goodbye. So long. Sorry, that was Margaret.
At this point in our program, we are going to be taking a journey through some natural landscapes. So first I will sing Ben Moore's Lake Isle of Innisfree, which speaks of a peaceful country retreat away from the bustle of the city. The setting of the Yeats poem expresses the deep yearning of the narrator for the tranquility of the countryside. Then Liz will be performing Debussy's Beau Soir, or Beautiful Evening, which sets a similarly peaceful scene of a sunset, soft breezes, and a sober admonition to enjoy the ethereal beauty of nature and life while it lasts. I will
And now we have for you a pilgrimage song as we make our way to our 10-minute intermission. We will be performing for you a Lloyd Larson arrangement of I Want Jesus to Walk With Me. We'll see you in Act 2. Don't journey away. I'll work on it.
Welcome back. I guess you didn't go anywhere, but we did. So. Welcome back up. I shall be opening up the second half with a piano piece. And when the girls asked me to play a piano solo in this concert, I was like, oh, yeah, no problem. I sat down and thought about it. No, I don't do that one. No, I don't do that one. No, don't do that one. Up until yesterday. Do you know what you're going to do? And not yet. Figure something out. And then this morning, printing off some music. I have played it before. I just was printing it off. And there are 5 different copies. I said, Dan, which one should I do? I don't know. So I picked this one that I'm going to play today. And then I'm going to do another one tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. So I decided to do not staunchly classical, because that's just how I roll. And I picked a piece that one of my students actually brought to my attention. It's by a group called Lake Isabel. And I think they were composers unto themselves prior to COVID. But when COVID came about, nobody could perform. They just gathered together their brothers And in their little room with their upright, slightly out-of-tune piano and MIDI controllers, they created this album. And contemporary classical piano brothers, Jack and Dan Barton. They are from Denver. They make the most out of their love for the piano. Classically trained pianists and childhood choir nerds. Fitting, right? Jack and Dan grew up sharing stereos, piano teachers, and bunk beds, developing a familiar musical vocabulary from the beginning. Lake Isabel grew out of a desire to reconnect their classical training with a passion for composing well-crafted, yes, yet accessible contemporary classical music. So, I hope you enjoy. Oh, and I don't remember what it's called. No, I do. It's called. I know why I picked this one. I picked Crossing Paths because I'm not sure why they wrote it, but I am very thankful that I crossed paths with them.
This is why I don't talk.
Liz and I always type these notes out together, and Liz sometimes puts little things in brackets. Like right now it says, Meghan, colon, something funny about Christina being delightful and wonderful. So there you are. She is both delightful and wonderful. So next we're going to sing for you two Aaron Copland pieces. So Copland is a 20th century composer, and he's known for capturing the American spirit. So first I'm going to sing At the River, which is a Copland arrangement of the traditional hymn tune. So the composer of the hymn, Robert Lowry, wrote this piece on a hot summer day, having visions of the river of life in the book of Revelation. At the River speaks of the soul's eternal journey. So one of my favorite authors and philosophers, C.S. Lewis, said of this journey, "If we find ourselves with a desire that nothing in this world can satisfy, the most probable explanation is that we were made for another world." Then Liz will sing Laurie's song from the opera The Tender Land. So the plot centers around Laurie's graduation and the spring harvest in the American Midwest in the 1930s. In this aria, she is singing about the passage of time, growing up, and being slightly apprehensive at the world of possibilities that's opening up. Both Copland pieces are speaking of journeys from the familiar and the mundane to new horizons. One of the apprehension of leaving home, another of the longing for heavenly home.
Extra page. Yep, try again. Take two. Yep. Tender, Leah, tender. You're gonna get killed.
Yeah. You have to sing along with it.
Try Frobisher Bay.
It's coming up! Can we go 2 before Evan? Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll sing the notes instead of making them. Once I thought I'd never grow tall as this fence. Time dragged heavy and slow, but April came and August went before I knew just what they meant. And little by little I grew up, and as I grew I came to know how fast time could go. Once I thought I'd never go outside this fence. This space was plenty for me. But I walked down the road one day, and just what happened I can't say. But little by little it came to me that line between the earth and sky came beckoning to me. Now the time has grown so short, the world has grown so wide. I'll be graduated soon. Why am I strange inside? What makes me think I'd like to try to go down all these roads above that line, above the earth and beneath the sky? Tomorrow when I sit upon that graduation platform stand, I know my hand will shake when I reach out to take the rainbow in the ribbon band. Now that all the learning's done, who knows what may now begin? Oh, it's so strange, I'm strange inside. The time has grown so short, the world so So, we're not at Frobisher Bay yet. The joke with Meghan and I is that we are basically the same person, and we frequently get mistaken for one another. All the time, and have for many years. Apparently, if you have brown, longish hair and glasses and have the same set of skills, mannerisms, colloquial phrases, have the same degree, live together, people have a hard time telling you apart. Who knew? Who knew, right? There is one way to tell us apart, and that is that I can sing very, 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 very high, and Meghan can sing medium high. And she actually sings the notes that are on the page, which is fantastic. So since I get all the high notes, we decided that Meg would sing for you Guitare by Bizet, because then she can have all of the fast notes. Many composers have set this charming text where the narrator describes a group of men asking somewhat hypothetical, somewhat complex, somewhat unanswerable questions to which a group of women give simple one-word answers. And I said to Meghan as she was typing up these notes, I said, "This never happens in marriage at all."
No one tell her.
Yes.
Forgot my scarf.
I'm not making a call. So, Meg and Liz are very kind to always do all this speaking, write out program notes, and every now and then they're like, Christina, you say something. Oh, okay, yes. So I very proudly today brought this small paragraph on what we're about to sing next. And they're like, oh yes, that's exactly what's in the program notes. And I have not read those. So I've decided that I will do a dramatic reading of what's in the program. Frobisher Bay, one of the very few folk songs from Canada's frozen north. It would be too cold to write. It's the tale of the captain of a whaling ship who decides to push the late summer season to catch one more whale, but finds himself and his crew frozen in for the winter. And then I can't read about her rendition because this isn't her rendition of it. So the moral of this story is don't catch whales, you will get stuck.
Cold is the Arctic sea, far your arms from me. Long will this winter be,
The next two pieces that we're going to sing for you speak to wanderlust or wanderings, perhaps in our own backyards, perhaps in our own farmlands where cows and rainbows and maybe even fairies might be found. First, I will be singing Michael Head's Sweet Chance That Led My Steps Abroad, followed by Meghan performing There Are Fairies at the Bottom of Our Garden.
Think they dare to go merrymaking there? Well, they dare!
announcements. So firstly, we just want to really thank Tolney Presbyterian Church for having us, letting us do our concert here. We love to sing here, and we're just very grateful. Also to Peter Little, who's doing some videos and some sounds, and I put other miscellaneous odds and ends, because he's just been running back and forth and doing all the little things we needed. So thank you very much, Peter. I feel like there's more. There's a back. There's a backside. There's a backside.
This is also a reminder to come hear Aria 21 and special guest stars Acapella Chamber Choir in a seriously silly comedy concert, which will be on April 1st and 2nd. There are bookmark reminders at the back where you came in, and if you look on the back, there's an advertisement for the Chantry Singers and Acapella Chamber Choir. So do come to all those glorious, wonderful musical experiences in our area.
Yes.
Sure.
Sure. It's just that this one has a pun, and that's your thing.
No, you go.
Oh,
Do it.
no. Okay.
I believe you.
And finally, thank you for journeying out to see our show today. And before you take your departures and we go our separate ways, we leave you with a message of hope to take as a souvenir on your journey home.
Showcase. Oh, Southampton Showcase.
Do you have details?
I would like to take this opportunity to invite everyone out tomorrow afternoon to the Southampton Town Hall from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock to enjoy mucho mega talent from local performers, including our very own esteemed Mrs. Steves on the piano.
Walk on through the rain, know your dream. find